Okay guys, it's Chester Redding with H2O Gas Power Washing. I made a video clip of my AR High Pro pump that Leon John has, where I actually plumbed it, and you guys had asked about the things like that, and I have it run into a proportioner. I want to run 1.25 inches, and that's what I ran the last time I showed you guys, but I dropped it back to 1 inch, changed it back because just trying to make things better, because there was a little bit of issues last time. Even though it ran good and I could get the SH to run out of it, it still gave me a little bit of fits here and there. So constantly improving, us as professionals, we have to improve ourselves all the time. If we don't, hell, we might as well just go get a pressure washer from Lowe's and get as many jobs out of it as we can, and just constantly keep our life going that way. But I'm not like that, and I know a lot of you aren't. We want good equipment. We want efficient equipment. We want to get in and get out, because that's how you make money. But anyway, I replumbed it, sent in a 1 inch hose, 3/4 inch bypass that circulates when you let off the gun. It'll circulate all through here. It won't go back up in my portioner because I have check valves in it, but it will circulate in here. It'll circulate through the pump, come back through all that hose, come back through all this hose, until something eventually gets hot, or you spray the gun again. If it gets hot, it could pop, pull loose on a joint, or bust a hose or something. But anyway, that's 20 foot, if you guys wondering how much to do. I sent 1 inch all the way over to my proportioner. And when I built this proportioner, this is the way I've built them for a pretty good while. I put 2 outlets on it because I always thought maybe someone would want to run a second machine to it. But later on, as I tried that, I realized when you adjust the soap and SH for 2 machines and one of you quits, well, then all of a sudden you're getting flooded by soap and SH because the other person is not drawing anymore. So you're getting all of it. So I don't recommend that. It didn't work. But anyway, I had made this as 2 outlets. Well, to get this thing to pump right, I had to put 2 3/4 on here, because you need a bunch of flow to come through it. Like I said, that thing it's pumping 11 gallons a minute, but it's doing it at 300 psi, which is basically double of what my P36 was. So it's pumping, and it's pumping hard and fast. The water, it really wants water. It starves. So anyway, I have 2 lines coming off of it, so I can feed water in here fast. And this is my bleach, my SH, but I also have a 3-way valve on it where I can change to water to wash everything out when I'm finished on the job. I rinse it out, and I let it rinse a good while, because it's your equipment. That's what makes you money. You take care of it. It ain't gonna rinse out in a couple of seconds when you see the soap not coming out anymore. It's still not cleaned out of the bleach. If you don't believe me, stick your hand in bleach and then try to wash it off. See how long it takes under running water, or any kind of water, to actually make your hand feel like it's normal again. It takes a while. So you need to flush that a while. Sometimes I even stick my gun in the tank after the soap is finished coming out. I'll stick my gun in the tank in the locked on position, and then I'll go wash the house or whatever while it's running in there, because then it's just circulating fresh water through the pump and back into the tank, while I'm pumping the water in the tank out, washing the house and the driveway and whatnot. But anyway, that's just a little tip. But so when I turn this water on my bleach wide open, and I turn my water actually wide open, and then I have to go over to this little one I had in for extra soap or deck cleaning material and or my car wash cleaning material. I tossed it in the tank also and turned it wide open. Well, anyway, when I do that, it pumps fine, but it still pumps about 6 to 8 foot less in distance than it did when I had it hooked up with the 1 1/4, the way I had it hooked up that way. And the reason I know that is because I spray it from my garage door across down my driveway, across the street, and into my neighbor's driveway, which before it would go over there and go across the backside of her entranceway, which is called the apron. And now it will only go maybe foot or 2 foot onto that apron. So I know it's spraying less, even though it feels like it has a lot of pressure. It's not getting the water that it was. So when I cut this back, simulating the SH coming in, because there's going to become a point that I'll have it on SH and you won't use as much. Say if I'm doing pre-soaking driveway or clean a roof, I crank this thing up to it's showing about 100 to 110, somewhere in there, maybe 120. That's what I would do on my P36 Comet, and man, that worked really good. But now I'm getting water coming through here so much faster that I may have to crank it up wide open for it to keep up with the water going through. But anyway, when I do turn this back, when I had the bleach on, it won't even hit across the street on my neighbor's driveway. So it does drop even more. So I'm thinking I'm going to go back to, let me turn it back because I think you guys see it better that way. So I think I will go back and maybe change this one more time to 1 1/4 to my machine. Put my inlet back on 1 1/4, and then change, maybe not this hose, but change my fitting and stuff here to inside of my tank to 1 1/4, and then branch off of it coming across with water, just so maybe I can flood this thing more with water, because it really tends to starve for water more than anything. It wants it, and I'm not really supplying what it needs right now. Even when I put this on, and if you guys did this right here, it would work fine. If you gave me your equipment and I hooked this up, you would say, "Oh my God, I can't believe this. I love this." But since I know what I have seen in the past, what it will do, I know I can get a little bit more out of it. So I'm still gonna play with it, and I'll make another video and show you guys how that went also. But anyway, have a good one. It's Chester Redding with H2O Guys Power Washing. Thanks.